Hello, Lifestyle Group and Professor Willard. This is Jake Doyle, and this is my lifestyle presentation for solid waste. So, as is seen in my results, my baseline, I ended up with zero point 0.6 pounds of recycling a day and 0.75 pounds of solid waste. I don't compost because I have a dog that'll eat anything and everything, both inside and outside the house. So there's no real safe place to put compost. And I don't really have much to do with it once it is actually compost itself. I don't really have any plants to grow, really very small, just patio backyard. The second part of the week, I actually reduced by zero point 0.2 pounds a day on recycling and 0.25 pounds a day on solid waste, which didn't seem like a whole lot when I first thought about it, but seen as how little I already used, the percentages were actually pretty large for both of those reductions. So the landfill objects I was able to eliminate from my lifestyle. I was able to reduce the amount of plastic bags I threw away by actually combining all the vegetables at the store into one bag. The person that checked me out wasn't very happy about having to pull individual items out to weigh them, but he'll get over it. I also cut back on both Monster energy drinks and yerba mates. I realized pretty quick the first day was pretty terrible. Second day was not very great. And then after that, I kind of kept this lifestyle going on and realized that a lot of the times I equate the caffeine with the uppers that I need to stay awake through class, when in reality, it's really just me being dehydrated and exhausted because of that. I also bought a huge bags of Chex Mix at Winco and took small Tupperwares of them to school instead of buying individual bags on campus. Not only was it cheaper, but it also reduced the amount of plastic bags from each individual package I would have previously bought. I also stopped drinking my morning drink, which is the Soylent on the right there. This kind of adds up every day for recycling because it's one of those individual bottles each day. I'm not sure if this actually minimizes my waste though, because when I substitute that with cereal, I tend to eat a lot of cereal. So things I was unable to find alternatives to was black beans. This is mostly because of my being inept at cooking black beans on my own. I've tried about 5, 6 times now, and somehow every time I mess it up pretty bad. And also the convenience of having just canned beans is really hard to beat. So what was I able to reduce? I was able to reduce actually a third of the amount of my recycle waste and a fifth of the solid waste. So like I said previous, the numbers of the drops didn't seem too much, but the actual percentages of how much I used on a daily basis was actually a pretty good amount of drop. So where did all this go? So a lot of my reductions came from abstaining from certain products like the Monster energy drinks and yerba mates. And so that was the biggest amount of waste that I save. It also helps me save a lot of money. So economically, it was pretty effective because I wasn't buying all of that, especially on campus as individual items. And socially, this change is kind of odd because I like to go out with friends and either eat or drink, as well as with my girlfriend. So it is kind of odd to go out and either only have water when friends are out drinking, or to have, to just abstain from going out in general, just because I don't want the food waste. And then environmentally, I was able to cut back on solid waste by a big percentage, despite the low total of my waste before and after. So is the lifestyle sustainable? And I would say definitely yes. I didn't really need these caffeine drinks before, or the individually bottled drinks. I think I can probably be better by shopping at farmers markets. I inevitably go to the grocery store and buy the lettuce that it's in the plastic box or in plastic bags already, whereas I could just bring my own bag to the farmer's market.